your...
Mr. Homan.
But you work for me. I'm a taxpayer.
A suggestion. If you're not going to help us, get the hell out of the way if we're going to do it, because we're going to do the job.
Those who have entered in the last couple of years, they haven't established roots in the country. Those who have committed a crime, they should be out of this country. That is by the millions.
Mr. Homan, with all due respect, legal asylees are not charged with any crime.
He tapped Tom Homan to be his border czar.
Trump saying, quote, there is nobody better at policing and controlling our borders.
Of course, we're very...
Your name is on this. Is this correct?
Yes, I signed that memo.
So you are the author of the family separation policy.
I am not the author of this memo.
You're not the author, but you signed the memo.
Yes, a zero tolerance memo.
So you provided the official recommendation to Secretary Nielsen on family for the United States to pursue family separation.
I gave Secretary Nielsen numerous recommendations on how to secure the border and save lives.
But it says here that you gave her numerous options, but the recommendation was option 3, family separation.
What I'm saying, this is not the only paper where we've given the Secretary numerous options to secure the border and save lives.
And so the recommendation, of the many that you recommended family separation.
I recommended zero tolerance.
Which includes family separation.
The same as is with every U.S. citizen parent gets arrested when they're with a...
Wow, 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 folks. That's why the left hates this guy. He certainly is no Alejandro Mayorkas, that idiot. And thank God, okay, he's going to be leaving so soon. Can't wait to get rid of Alejandro Mayorkas and replace him with Tom Homan. I mean, folks, talk about winning. Trump said he was going to do something in terms of getting rid of the illegal aliens, starting with those criminal elements and then going from there. And boy, oh boy, was this an absolute great pick. This is going to drive the left crazy, but this is what the people wanted. This is why the election, we say, has consequences for policies that the majority of the people of the United States want. And by executing that policy, executing on the procedures, that's exactly what Tom Homan is going to do. Just take a look who this person is. He's a former police officer, served during the Obama administration and the first Trump administration. He served as the acting director of ICE. He was there from January of 2017 to the end of June of 2018. He advocates for the deportation, yes, the deportation of undocumented immigrants, which are illegal aliens. He opposes sanctuary city policies. When he was with the Trump administration, he was one of the most strident proponents of separating children from their parents as a means of deterring illegal entry into the country and curbing human trafficking. They had to do it that way, folks. It was the only way to make sure that human trafficking was stopped, because these people were basically saying, yeah, they're my kids. We didn't know that. How do we know whether they were truly their kids or lying? Children were being trafficked, and the Obama administration, the Biden administration didn't want to do a damn thing. Now, if you want to see what Donald Trump thinks about Tom Homan, take a look at this. So here's what Donald Trump posted on Truth Social. I am pleased to announce that the former ICE director and stalwart on border control, Tom Homan, will be joining the Trump administration in charge of our nation's borders. The Border Czar, including but not limited to the southern border, the northern border, all maritime and aviation security. He goes on to say, I've known Tom for a long time, and there is nobody better at policing and controlling our borders. Likewise, Tom Homan will be in charge of all deportation of illegal aliens. I love the terminology now. Illegal aliens back to the country of origin. Congratulations to Tom. I have no doubt he will do a fantastic and long-awaited for job. Folks, this is exactly what we needed right out of the gate. Before he even is inaugurated, he's already letting everybody know that he's putting together a first-class, professional political team that's going to do the things that he promised that he was going to do. No holds bar, folks. No holds bar. Now, let's get to some of those viral clips. Take a look at this one, which was also with AOC.
Was interpreted as the policy that separated children from their
If I get arrested for DUI and I have a young child in the car, I'm going to be separated. When I was a police officer in New York and I arrested a father for domestic violence, I separated that father
Mr.
from his
Homan, with
family.
all due respect, legal asylees are not charged with any crime.
When you're into the country illegally, it's violation 8 United States Code 1325.
Seeking asylum is legal.
If you want to seek asylum and go through the port of entry, do it the legal way. The Attorney General of the United States has made that clear.
Okay. Mr. Chair.
Folks, do you see now why this is such a great pick? He literally tore AOC a new one. He didn't take any shit from her. He basically stated the statutes and said that those people are absolutely in violation and they're here illegally, the illegal aliens. But AOC and her ilk, she didn't like that at all. And she basically took her narrative and her point of view. And Tom was having none of it and literally shoved that question right back at her. Now, if you want to take this next clip and take a look at it, this is the one that went viral where the lady representative just started using her hammer as if that was going to stop anybody from talking. And Tom literally tore her a new one as well, folks. Check this one out.
50,000 people in detention. You want to know why we have 1 million illegal entries in the United States? You want to know why we have these issues? Because you have failed to secure the border. You have failed to work with this president to close the 3 loopholes we've asked for 2 years to close. So if you want to know why this issue exists, you need to look in the mirror. You have failed American people for not securing the border and closing loopholes.
Mr. Homan,
Look,
please respect the chair and the authority of the chair. The time of the gentleman has expired.
I've asked you politely to let me go beyond my time, and you let other people go beyond their time, but not to Tom Homan. He don't get me go beyond his time.
Mr. Homan, we have approved an agreement between the Republicans and the Democrats with the ranking member. We increased the time of one member of Congress who was interrupted by a protest. That is done with the approval of the ranking member. Please respect the chair's authority. The
I respect the chair's authority, but the chair...
Mr. Homan!
You work for me. I'm a taxpayer.
Folks, was that great or was that absolutely great? He didn't give 2 shits, okay, what she was saying. He said, I want my time. I pay your damn salary. You're going to listen to me. And she's out there with her hammer smacking around. Mr. Homan, Mr. Homan, Mr. Homan, wham, 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 wham. And he's saying, you can smack that hammer as many times as you want, lady. I don't give a crap. I'm going to speak my mind. I'm going to speak to you whether you want to listen to me or not. And you can shove that hammer you know where. Oh, glorious. This is why the people can't stand him. And if you think that was something, that went viral, folks. But listen, Scott Jennings has been an absolute gem, an absolute diamond amongst all the other, non-diamonds, whatever you want to call them, on the CNN panels. And he literally roast these people each and every single day. And in many instances, after he's finished talking, they literally have no rebuttal back to what he's saying because he's speaking the truth, that they have to go back to their narratives and their talking points and their lies and obfuscations. But listen to what Scott Jennings had to tell the panel about Tom Homan, the new Border Czar, folks. Absolutely classic. Scott Jennings, watch this.
First of all, I think Mr. Homan is the exact right choice, and I'm glad the president has moved on that so quickly because it was such a big part of his campaign. Number 2, look, there's a whole bunch of people in this country that don't need to be here. In fact, there's, I think, 1.3 million people who've already received deportation orders from federal courts. They've already had due process. They need to leave. And so there's a good place to start. There's a whole other bunch of people who are here that we know have committed violent crimes, either where they were or since they've been here. They need to be sent away as well. So there are large numbers of people that need to be taken out of this country, and I think Mr. Homan is going to be the person who's most capable of getting that done. And for those who think that this is somehow unusual, it's not. Every administration deports people. Barack Obama deported all kinds of people, lots of people, in fact. And so it's something that the executive branch can and should do when due process has occurred or when we know there are people in the country who wish harm on American citizens. This should not be controversial. And
once again, Scott Jennings putting it down, reasonable, sane. I mean, you want to call them talking points? Okay, fine. But this is exactly what President Trump said he was going to do. This is what the public wanted. And when he brought up the thing about Barack Obama was basically the deporter in chief. They deported millions of people there. So again, Scott just reminding while all these people are out there literally having kittens and puppies and cows, as if, oh my goodness, America's going to be kicking up people and separating families and doing all this stuff. Oh, we're so rotten. We're going back to our rotten core. We're so misogynistic. We're so racist. We're a bunch of bigots. While the narrative is going to be driven in that direction from the likes of MSDNC, LSD, the delusional network, anything but conservative ABC, never been conservative NBC, right? The cabal broadcasting system, all the alphabet networks, Google, all of the social media sites that are all leftist. They're going to be pumping out their propaganda, their narrative, how mean and rotten Orange Man Trump is, kicking these people back out. But as Scott Jennings basically said, if we start with the people that already have their deportation orders, that's a place to start. Get those people, usher them out. All those people that are currently in jails that have committed crimes in America or committed crimes in their home countries, we need to work with the local and state federal authorities and get those people and get them the hell out of here as well. And if we start seeing numbers, 500,000, 1 million, 1.5 million, 2 million, 2.5 million, 3 million work in increments, that is going to be great, because one illegal alien who is here that has committed a crime either in this country or in the country that he came from, and we shove him out the door, that's one less person that can commit a crime on a U.S. citizen, and we don't have stories of mothers and fathers coming on television and basically saying, look what happened, the blood is on the hands of the government that allowed these illegal aliens to come in, who were murderers and rapists and pedophiles and burglars and thieves and all kinds of, from the bottom of the barrel. And if we just start with those people, I think the American public would say, you know what? That's a great, great start. Anyways, folks, we appreciate you taking the time to watch. You've been watching the Dr. Nasser Sheikh Show. I'm your host. My name is Dr. Nasser. If you haven't done so already, subscribe to the channel, like, share, and follow. You all know what to do. Take a look at all our video links. They're popping up here in front of you. Put your comments down below. Share. What do you think? What do you think of the pick with Tom Homan? Are you for or against this? Let us know. My final thought is always, when you're right, you're right. And not only that, when you're right, you're winning. And when you're left, you're just wrong. And you're losing. Until next time, folks, y'all take care and stay safe.